Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name is Jarek, and today we're back in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 93 of our playthrough. And in our previous episode, we ventured south again with Valric and company, and we came down shooting for the Heart of Mystery. At this point right here, we kind of went the wrong way, and we ended up over here at the Ravaged Longhouse, and that's okay. We went in there, got in there, and we found it was kind of filled full of some undead that we haven't seen before. They were unhallowed bodaks. Basically, they're kind of up-leveled zombies is kind of what they seemed like. But they did have a death gaze ability, which gives you temporary negative levels if you don't make your fortitude saving throws. Other than that, they weren't super dangerous. They weren't really hitting us very hard or anything like that. And we weren't taking a lot of damage from them. But they were a little bit of a pain to deal with, and there were a lot of them, so it was kind of a bit of an issue. We did end up finding a magical shirt in the basement of the main building there after killing the main bad guy. And we found another set of puzzle tiles as well. This time they're blue instead of green. I don't know if that's significant or not. We also did a little bit of work on the campaign map. Our main army intercepted the gang that was heading towards Dresden, and we beat them, although we did take a couple of permanent losses in that particular fight. It was actually fairly stiff combat there, and I did mismanage our spearmen just a little bit. I threw them out there way too far, and they got killed really fast, and that was my fault, but that's okay. It's all right. The army then went north to deal with that last level 5 army up here, and we didn't quite get there, but we're very close. We're like right on top of them. In fact, we could probably just jump in there and get them because it's been a new day, so we'll probably do that here first. Valric did also find what we're pretty sure is the way down to the Heart of the Mystery. We did come a little bit further south and then turned in here. Unfortunate for us, the way there is blocked by level 8 demon army that's sitting in this castle with their general and stuff, so that's gonna be some stiff fights getting into there. I don't know how realistic that is right at this very instant, but we do need to get in there, and so we'll see what we can do with that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I think right now we're going to go ahead and jump on these guys real quick. We'll take care of this fight real fast. Let's have a bless. Okay. Kind of messed that up a little bit, didn't I? Okay, there goes the elementals. I'm just gonna come to here and yeah, I was gonna say those guys are probably gonna do something. Let's get rid of the cultists real quick if we can, before they decide to use their little ability that they have. Okay, good. Okay, we're looking really good. A couple of guys down there, that's okay. That's all right, we're gonna just finish these guys off here. Another shot, gotta love that. More marksman hits there. Get in there. Sword and boards are finally gonna get in the fight. And finish. Oh, not quite. And there we go. No problem. All right. Looks like the commander of this unit must have taken part in the attack on Canabras. What else could explain the item in this chest looted from the Tower of Estrad Museum that the Crusaders found? It is the Unavoidable Drill, which is a light pick. And it is whenever the wielder of this +3 keen light pick attacks an enemy with DR, the DR is decreased by 1 until the end of combat. And that would be nice if we had anybody using picks, but we don't. Unfortunate, but that's what it is. All right, we're going to continue here. I want to finish out this exploration real quick. What is this? Nothing, apparently. Okay, they're done. We do have a level up here. What do we get? She can get Cure Wounds. That would be nice. Heroism. Target unit gains +1 bonus to saving throws and AC. And DR1 for 3 rounds. Also +20 plus power divided by 5 bonus to combat morale. It's the arcane spell with a mind affecting effect. Her power is 15, right? Yes. So 15. So it'll be a +23 bonus to combat morale. She can get Scorching Ray, which is a pretty powerful damage spell. Power times power +5 d6. So 15 times 15 is a lot. What is that? 225, something like that. 225, I think. So 230 d6 fire damage. I don't know. This is a hard one. With her abilities and the size of her, I don't know. Scorching Ray is really tempting. She doesn't have a lot of, well, she has a lot of energy too. Cure Wounds does what now? Power times power +5d8 hit points are target unit regenerated. I think she would benefit most from Cure Wounds, to be completely honest. She does a good job of adding to the units, like their AC and their attack and stuff like that, and the morale stuff and all kinds of things like that. Cure Wounds would just help her keep her guys alive, which the problem with Cure Wounds is if you lose the whole stack, you can't use it on them, obviously. Scorching Ray, Cure Wounds. I don't want Heroism. I mean, it sounds nice, but it's one target unit, and it's not that bad, but you can only use it once per turn, obviously. And let's go Cure Wounds. I think that's good. Okay, she's done. All right, and we, at the end of the last episode, ended up right here next to this burned down shack. So we're going to go check that out. Okay, it's just reagents and stuff. That's fine. What do we got here? We got a level 7 demon army here. We've got down here a level 7 demon army with 500 cultists almost. 447 cultists and 15 amoxes. Very nice. Extra material points for them. Attractive impulse. I don't know what that is. I don't think we're going to get to the heart of the mystery this way, but we're going to explore it. Because we're on the wrong side of this gorge here, unfortunately. Befouled Barrows. We could probably go down there and see what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and just rest here. And everybody's where they need to be. The word friend is so unfamiliar. There's no real friendship in the abyss. I would love to call someone my friend. We have so much in common, Arushale. I have spent my entire life in seclusion and have never had anyone to call friend either. Not a single soul. Arushale, I don't know if Camelia's really the one you want to be cozying up to. Something off about her. Okay, we're going to evade. Going to come down this way. Let's pass these guys. We're still on the wrong side of this thing. We're going to evade again. We'll go back. We're going to go south even further. Oh, this time we have to fight. All right, here we go, guys.
Do not fear. Do not waver. Ouch!
Okay, we got a Gibberlith Contaminator and 2 Ash Giant Wreckers. Sela, you don't have too much going on here. Let's have a little Smite Evil on this guy, and let's get him.
The fray! The light take you! The inheritance my blade.
Okay, Aura, you can get in there too. Okay. Ember. How do you guys like me now that all my guys have last stand, huh?
I can push through this.
A little bit different now, isn't it? And let's haste this up. Camellia. I think we want to have maybe a curse attack rolls on this fellow right here. Saving throw succeeded. We will chant. Okay, Valric. Let's finish this. Let's work on this guy. Wow, that's a lot of missing.
No glory without risk.
Please help me.
Okay, Amber, let's have another big shot here.
I can push through this.
Okay, Ruchelet, you have point blank on. You could probably just make him your favorite enemy too, since you're doing this. And then you'll just finish him off with a magic missile. Okay, Camellia, let's have a curse of armor class on this guy. And a chant, please. There we go. Done and done. Okay, you are going to cure yourself. Use up some of our lower level spells here too, so we're not using all of our high level spells to cure. Okay, it's pretty good. Everybody's in good shape. Ash Giants have anything on them that's worth taking? Masterwork Great Club, Masterwork Great Club. That's it. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, we got 3 gangs heading towards Dresden. Core of the Riddle. Probably have to go through this to get there. Okay, these guys are coming. These guys are coming. Okay, there we go. Let's look at some recruits. I want her to have these marksmen. She's 5 for 5 on her stack. "90 conscripts, huh?" I mean, there's a lot of them. They don't do much damage, though. Shield bearers are just a little bit better. 2 to 7 on those guys. 4 to 9 on these guys. They're a little better damage-wise, but they're not quite as sturdy. Okay, let's go to this army and let's recruit for that army. So I want you to have these guys. Get all these sword and boards in there. Headhunters, huh? You've got one more slot. You could have 2 more slots if you really wanted them. $47 hit points for the headhunters. They're not that good as far as sturdiness goes. Conscripts are more sturdy for sure. We have plenty. Let's recruit these guys in for her. Start to get her army built back up too. She's not fighting these guys alone probably though. Well, yeah, you know what? She'll be okay, I think, actually. Because this is a lot of like flies and stuff like that, which she can make fairly quick work of with her spells. I think. Here's a question. Can we build a tower here in Dresden? Is that a option? Watchtower, yes. Warn the garrison about advancing enemies and give their comrades time to prepare for battle. Provides all allied units within the fort's area of control a +1 bonus to attack, AC, saving throws, and initiative. I mean, that seems like something we might like, right? Let's build one here. I think that's fine. What is that going to be? I don't know. That's okay. Let's get out of here. Okay. Let's continue on. We're going to have to rest before we have to worry about another encounter, probably. Okay. Switch over to the garrisons again. Where's that other gang? There's 3 gangs moving around. Why am I only seeing 2 on the edges of my map? There's a 5 and a 6 over here. But the third one that's moving around, I don't see anywhere. This is saying we have something to do with the Crusade too. Let's go check that out. All right. Crowd of the destitute, the sick, and the feeble-minded has arrived in Dresden, and they are asking to be admitted. Their lives are rough. They have no place where they belong, and they wish to die as heroes at the very least. But the Crusaders do not wish to fight side by side with these vagrants either. We can accept them into the army. That gives us 100 conscripts, but reduces morale by 10. Give them work on the home front. Material income increases by 1. Crusade morale by 20, reduces by 20. Decision without consequences. We can send them to Mendev. Bless the brave pilgrims. We get 40 champions recruited to the commander's headquarters. Crusade morale increases by 5. Material point income increases by 1 if we set up a hospital. Why wouldn't we do this, I guess, is my question. I mean, we don't need the... Don't exactly need the champions. I think the extra material point income is probably worth it. Let's do that. Okay, good. I think that's it for now. Anything else for decrees? Oh, we have all kinds of stuff we could do here. Fate to the altar. So the fate of these fate of ones are ones that we can do for putting together artifacts and stuff. Senior comrades. Help of the nail. Fate of the unholy symbol of Rovagog. So the fate of is where we decide what type of magic item basically we want it to become. Let's see. There's one here. I'm trying to get on it, but it's stuck. There we go. Study the Sword of Valor. Let's do this, I guess. Sword of Valor is a great relic of the Crusades, mysteriously changed upon coming into contact with the commander. What does this mean? Clerics and wizards could shed some light on the artifact's properties. Let's have them look into it. Swords of Gorum. I don't know if I want that, really, honestly. Strengthening the chain of command. Defeatist attitudes sink in. In order to reinforce discipline, commander staff council must look for new solutions. Sure. Let's do that. That's a day. And then we can continue to work on Chillroar's hide and tusks. We decided to make Chillroar's hide a shield, and so we'll see what happens with that, I guess. I think that's everything we can do. This one, all trainable infantry cavalry gain and grand tier units gain the Swords of Gorum feat, which is a +2 bonus to attack, plus 10% bonus to damage, -2 penalty to AC and initiative, which isn't great. And I don't know. I don't like the -2 to AC necessarily. I'm trying to build up, at least in one army, I'm trying to build up some tanky guys and soak damage while the spellcaster slings her fire bolts around. I don't want to do that. So let's just get out of here. All right, let's rest. We're going to have about one more day here. We're going to be able to get over and see what that thing is. And then we're probably going to have to head back to Dresden. There's a strange smell in the air today. It stirs the senses. The spirits tell me someone will die. How sad. Okay. All right. Continuing on. Head over to the Befouled Barrows. See what this is. Yes, I want to enter. Day 3, month Abadius, year 4716. Iridescent streaks appear in the bilious violet sky above. What is bilious? I've never heard that word before. Bilious violet sky above the deserted lands. The streaks are not like an ordinary Galarian rainbow. They look more like oil dropped in water. The sweltering haze of the sky seems to waver along with the streaks. Time and again, one of the commander's party spots some movement out of the corner of their eye and reaches for their weapon, only to immediately realize they were mistaken. The ground underfoot turns a muddy gray, covered in a dense layer of ash expelled by geysers. Curious natural phenomena not uncommon in these parts. In the distance, Barrows can be seen, appearing only as vague piles of rocks in the haze. The wind whips clouds of ash into the faces of the commander and his party. Along with the ash, the wind ushers in ragged gray clouds that shroud the sky. A giant eye of the cloud unblinkingly watches commander and his party from above. One can only imagine how insignificant the creature struggling across the land must seem from such a height. In a break in the clouds, the white of the sky's eye pulses, ready to burst like a boil. The dark cloud of the pupil grows blacker still, and the commander decides to study the shape of the clouds more closely, or try to recall any previous mention of such a phenomena. I think we're pretty good with that. Yeah, that one's pretty good. We're pretty good with this one too. Let's have Arushli take a look at the shape of the cloud. Okay. Arushli observes that in this wind, the ordinary storm clouds cannot coalesce into clear shapes. The air throbs with peril. This is no mere storm. What's brewing is something brought by the abyss and possibly only in the wound. 45 experience. Let's have Nenio have a crack at this here. Nenio recalls conversations with seasoned crusaders If a giant eye appears in the sky, you must run and not look back, according to witnesses. What follows such an omen is so horrific that it can rob a newcomer of the world wound of their sanity. Gain 45 XP. Make for the Barrows, the only cover in the middle of the wastes. Yep, let's have that. We're probably not going to make it. That's a tough roll there. We need a 14 or better. Failed mobility check. As the party runs for cover, the black pupil of the cloud eye looms, watching their flight. Something suddenly drops from the sky, landing with a splat at the commander's feet like an overripe fruit. It is white, about the size of a chestnut, has a dark center, and the longer the commander stares at it, the more it seems like something is staring back. The fruit looks disturbingly like an eyeball. The whirlwind of ash stops the party from looking up to see what's happening in the sky. Perhaps a carrion bird was transporting this already rotting prize home. At least that's what all the companions are hoping as they cluster around the milky white eyeball. A second eyeball lands nearby with an unpleasant squelch, leaving only a bloody splash on the ash-covered ground. 2 eyeballs cannot be a coincidence. The commander does not even have to speak. Without a word, the party wheels around and races toward the Barrows that loom black through the ash. The sickening hail pummels them in the back, shoulders, and heads, leaving wet marks on armor and clothing, and soaking their hair in sticky slime. The land around the Barrows looks more like a dumping ground than a burial ground. The storms have bleached skulls and bones, rusted armor, and dented swords. This is a familiar sight. More surprising are the arms, legs, and legs of golems scattered around the waste. The once snarling faces of animals now lack all resemblance to their living brethren. Things that look like horse carcasses, but with broken mechanical legs. Everything is brown with rust and long forgotten. A battle was fought here once. Through the veil of ash, the party struggles to find the entrance to the barrow. What do we got here? 23 on a 26 is good. 24 on 26 is good. 31 on 26 is a sure thing. Let's do that. Focusing on traces of magic. Succeeded at knowledge check. Nenio senses the traces of generations upon generations of Sarkorians performing rituals between and inside the burial mounds to grant their ancestors peaceful slumber. The magical signature unerringly leads her to the entrance. An ash-darkened piece of the casing that covers it crumbles under the slightest pressure. The mouth of the barrow is cool and smells of damp and dust. More of the ash lies underfoot, pressed into glossy, slippery crust. It is clear that the barrow has been constructed above a cave system. The deliberately carved-out corridors stretching off into the barrow's depths leave room for natural passageways. The wind, wailing through the stalactites in the dark, carries a strange sound familiar to the desperate human cry, "Help me! Help me!" The party strains to hear and decides... let's try this. The longer Nenio listens, the more the voice changes. One moment it sounds like the desperate cry of a child, the next the piercing, ragged scream of a woman, the next birdsong. It cannot be ruled out that she's hearing only what she wants to hear. Okay, let's go towards the voice. Why not? Valric cannot ignore the cries for help, and the party rushes toward the sound, frequently looking around for enemies or traps. A strange thing, the closer they get to the voice, the less distinct the pleas become, blurring into the grinding screech of a rusty mechanism. The only passage leading further into the barrow finishes in a dead end, a spacious cave, its walls decorated in frescoes that have almost entirely faded over time. Before the companions have a chance to decide whether to look for a door or turn back, the cave floor, which seems solid with well-trodden ash, vibrates and begins to ripple like water. One after another, the commander's companions are sucked into the thick, ashy mass like they have stepped into quicksand. All right. Mobility is not our strong suit. Athletics is pretty good. This is pretty good. Let's do this. Commander tries to grab a hold of projections on the wall. Missed it. The party notices ledges on the nearest wall and tries to grab onto them and pull themselves out, but their grip fails, and one after another, the commander's companions fall heavily back into the quagmire with deafening splash. The quagmire's grip seems to suddenly vanish. The commander realizes he is in free fall, but it's too late to do anything. He has no time to brace himself, and it's only a spear sticking out of the dark that ironically saves him from a certain death. It rips through his clothes, drawing blood and leaving him suspended in the air. Suddenly, everything jolts into action. Dozens of daggers, saws, swords, and spears spring out from all sides, whistling through the air. But this is no enemy ambush. The weapons are being brandished by the pistons and loudly scraping gears of a giant mechanism. The spear that saved the commander was so rusted in its piston that it's no longer able to move. The party has found itself in the heart of a giant metal flower growing up out of the ashy quagmire covering the floor. The Urnag, built by the forges of the abyss, tries to close its petals, crushing and mashing and cutting the victims to pieces, but years of lying dormant in the darkness have taken their toll. Its articulations move with soul-shuddering screech and become easily jammed. The mummified bodies of unlucky crusaders can be seen hanging speared on rusted blades. If the commander wants to avoid their fate, he must figure out what makes the Uraneg move. Probably. Even a magical mechanism is still a mechanism. From above, the commander has a good view of the Uranag's inner workings. Large, toothed wheels are set into motion by gear shafts. It all becomes clear. If the gear shafts can be jammed, the movement will stop. The commander is almost out of time. Another few minutes and it will all be over. Realizing that a simple escape isn't possible, the commander decides to try jamming the Uranag's main mechanism in the heart of the flower. He looks around for something sturdy and finds a hammer in the hands of a dead paladin, tower shield on the back of a dead warrior, staff of the shoulder of a dead monk. Staff doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Hammer sounds better. Tower shield's probably good too. They're big. Let's go with the tower shield. As she died, the female warrior tried to hide behind her tower shield, but it did not save her. The closing petals pinned her to her shield, forever fusing them together as one whole. The commander plants his feet against the shield and pushes, trying to dislodge it, but it won't move an inch. So we'll do the hammer then, I guess. The body of the paladin, clutching a warhammer in his hands of bone, hangs from one of the Uranag's hammers, pointing directly upward. Commander is lucky that this warrior chose to meet his death with weapon in hand. The commander drags his body toward him and grabs the hammer, but the Servant of Light's grip is still surprisingly strong and refuses to relinquish the weapon. The bone arms are easily ripped from the skeleton's shoulders. Still holding the hammer, the commander tosses the lot into the heart of the Uranag. The hammer falls, sparking off the gears and getting stuck between them. With furious screeching and scraping, the Uranag tries to grind up the hammer, but it cannot. A tremor travels up the petals. There's a deafening cracking sound, and the Uranag stills forever. After carefully extracting themselves from the clutches of the broken Uranag, the commander and his party find themselves up to their knees in ashy sludge once more. But this time it only harmlessly squelches under their feet as they walk. A dark breach yawns before them, and the cry of the commander heard at the entrance to the barrow rises up again. Help me. Since there is no other route, the commander decides to pray for the dead crusaders. Guess we don't get to loot them if we pray for them. The commander offers up a prayer, thanking the crusaders who helped their fellow soldiers even in death, and asking for forgiveness for not treating their bodies with the respect they deserve. He feels warmth suffuse him, like the dead truly are with him and are wishing the party good luck on its onward journey. After all its ordeals, the party finally goes up to the surface and emerges in a small chamber. Pipes protrude from numerous openings dotted all over the walls, and they connect to a small box adorned with Baphomet's symbol. The box cries out, producing high, plaintive noises that, when carried through the pipes, begin to sound something like "Help me." The commander knows that this is just another demonic mechanism created to lure crusaders into the barrow. He smashes the box, scatters small bolts and gears across the room. Silence reigns. There are no secrets left in this place now. All right, so we get nothing out of it. That's excellent. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to go explore this way just a hair more, I think. Ooh, what's down here? Okay, we're going to evade enemies. The Fort Gloomy Gorge is besieged by an enemy. Okay, I think that's our fort up here. Yep. All right, well, we should probably go do something about that. What do we got here? This enemy is the one that's all bugs and stuff. Fort will fall in 4 days. I think we can get there in 4 days. No problem. We need to get here to the Hell Knights outpost. That's where it is, huh? Okay, that's fine. And then we have a 5-pointer coming here. That's not too bad either. But I do want to leave our other army here for defense because I was sure I saw 3 armies moving around. So we'll at least wait to see what happens here. Okay. Okay, let's evade that. Guess we just have a little loop here. Okay, we got a fight here. Hold on. Okay, it's a new day, so everybody has their last stand back. Okay, we got a white and a big thing here. What the heck is this? Thanademon. Alright, we have to see what a Thanademon is. Level 15 outsider, neutral evil outsider. Size medium. He must have like a spell on him that's making him big. He has 24 spell resistance, damage reduction 10 except against good. He's currently flat-footed. True seeing, fear gaze, lunge.
I'll cut you wide open.
He's immune to death, poison, and acid. Fear gaze, I think, is what the causes fear for 1d6 rounds to all creatures within 30 feet. Effect is negated by a successful will saving throw DC 21. It's mind affecting fear effect, and a save DC is charisma based. We should probably do something about that. Got an unhallowed Bodak here. We got a white. Anybody else lurking about? Yeah, there's one more guy back here. Who's that? Ghoul Cleric. All right, Camellia, you're up. Can you do anything about fear? That's a question. Protection from alignment. Aid. Aid might help. +1 morale boost on attack roll saves and saves against fear effects, plus temporary hit points equal to D8 plus caster level. This is against a friendly creature in touch range. Like poison, dispel magic, resist energy, cure, false life, restore, protection from energy, communal, thorn body, righteous might. Not what we need. Some nature's ally, dominate person. They're all undead. That wasn't going to work. Breath of life, true seeing, full strength mass, dispel magic greater, and cure wounds moderate mass. So no, pretty much nothing that you can do here. Let's just soup up your sword then, and let's have at this Bodak.
The spirits demand your blood.
And, you know, we're going to need a haste. And let's back you off, because 30 feet is a ways. Okay, Richelieu, let's have a enemy on this guy. And let's let him have it.
Guide my hand.
I guess we don't have to worry about it, do we? Okay, Amber, let's get the cleric. Okay, use this one instead then. Oh, so close. So close, yet not quite. Okay, yeah, let's get
Take you.
get the white. Valric, go ahead and kill him, and then kill him if you can. Hold person is not going to do you any good, pal.
You are today's sacrifice.
Okay, what do we got? Just a breastplate and inflict light wounds mass. Okay, let's turn off our thing here. Who's got loot? Masterwork greatsword is something. Quarterstaff is magic. Breastplate I'm not so interested in. Okay, well that's interesting, new guy. Okay, so there's something probably over here, and that's probably going to dead end. We had another move here. This is the army that's coming at us, right? No, they're not moving. This guy's moving. That's a gang that's moving. We knew about them. All right. You're still out. All right. Well, guys, I think we're going to, I think we're just going to leave it right here, actually, for right now, because we're a little bit over 40 minutes here. So I think this is a good place to stop. So if you've enjoyed this episode, do me a big favor, hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button too. And we'll see you guys next time. We're going to get in here. We're going to free this fort up. We're going to beat these guys up. And then we're going to figure out what we're going next with Valric and company. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.